káàbọ̀ sórí ètò wa, the Intentional Flow podcast. Please ask your Yoruba friends to translate to Yoruba for you. Hi everyone, what's up you guys doing? Hope you guys are good. It's just that it's in the here, popularly known as Jay, and you're welcome to the 4th episode of the 1st season of the Intentional Flow podcast. Fam, we're doing it. Before you know it, we're at the end of the 1st season. But anyways, hope you guys have been good. Alright, so for today, we're just going to freestyle and just go with the flow. I'm going to talk about some serious issues, some not so serious issues. Just basically give my 2 cents on them and then expect feedback from you guys. You guys are supposed to join the conversation in the comment section. Now, I'm going with the flow not because I don't have like a topic to discuss this week, because I don't know if I ever said it on this podcast, but before I started the podcast, I already had like 7 topics that I wanted to discuss for the first 7 weeks. But from the 2nd episode, it's just been a thing of going with the flow, because every time I want to talk about the topic I had in mind, something else just comes up, and then I take it as someone needs this switch. So just drop what you already have planned and just go with the flow. So that's what I'm going to be doing. This week also, I had like a different plan, a different topic in mind. I even had like my points on my phone and all of that, but I was about to record and then I got that's not for me this week. You're just going to do something else. Basically what I mean is, you guys know that for the past 3 episodes, what I've been doing is come with a particular topic and just basically elaborate and talk about it. But today, because of my kind of person, I don't necessarily like to do one thing the same way forever. I like to tweak and switch things up every now and then. I'm just going to talk about like several topics that have just been on my mind for like the past few days and get you guys' opinion on them. Hopefully this my cruise, chills, vibes episode would still give someone something. Hopefully someone can still learn, unlearn and relearn something. It's going to be relaxed in the sense that I'm not structured. You guys know I'm always like with my phone, with my points and everything. I'm not necessarily with that this time around, although I made mental notes of like the 5 areas I wanted to touch. Just going to go with the flow. Alright, so the first topic I'm going to talk about is this whole advert and media topic. So this started off when I saw a particular post by, I can't remember the Instagram page, but basically they posted some throwback videos to ads that we watched and listened to growing up. You know those yo our milk, you understand? Those to me, to you, it's up to us to make the world a better place. And then those, I was determined to never give up. Those AIT, that communication, Open TV, yeah. Check that always. Check. It's no check. It's no check. Up to you guys get the picture. But basically, they posted some of those throwback videos, and it reminded me of the fact that I also had some of them on my phone that I intended to post but I never got to post. So I decided to just share some of them on WhatsApp, and then the feedback and conversations I had with people. One of the reasons why I said, you know what, let's just freestyle and just talk about these things. While I was posting those adverts, I was just smiling sheepishly because I could remember those days. Like, even if you play those adverts like 1,000 times, you would always dance. It was just good to relive those moments. And then it struck me that those days are gone and we probably would never have them again. I don't know if you guys can hear the noise in the background, but my neighbors are actually playing music. I really pray and hope that the music they are playing in the background is not affecting this podcast. Amen. I mean, fam, it is currently 1:23 a.m. You would expect it will be sleeping, right? Alas. So yes, it struck me that we will never have those moments again. Like, no matter what, you just cannot get those kind of adverts again. We can't go back to those days. We can only just watch all these throwback videos, and thankfully we still have them. We can still watch them and just relive those moments and just live those moments. And so in my conversations with people, it was just a realization of how bad things have gotten. I mean, back then, advertisements were fun, they were creative, they were well thought of, they were informative, they had little to no explicit, sexual, corrupt content in them. Do you get? I mean, it was easy for parents back then to leave their children, their kids, to keep watching TV without fear of the TV corrupting them. But in this day and age, you literally have to monitor everything your child watches because you don't know what's going to come next. There are a lot of sexual content on TV, and it just puts more work on current moms, dads, parents to be, future parents, and all of that, because you literally have to do so much In fact, you have to do times 2 of what your parent did because the world has just gone crazy. For example, you're watching a particular movie or a particular movie, a particular show, and they repeat one ad like 5 times in the middle of that show. You'll be pissed off. Because why? They are not fun, they're not engaging anymore. As opposed to those days. Like, see, even if you play oh yo 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 1,000 times back then, we would all still dance, we would all still vibe to the song. Do you get? But now, I mean, if we are being honest with ourselves, which ad in this day and age can we watch consecutively for like 20 times without getting bored or tired? There's literally no one. And it just makes me worried that the kind of content that are online these days, on TV or media these days, is part of what's causing the current problem we have. For the past few days, past few weeks, I've been seeing a lot of news on a child killing another child for money. And I'm like, how did we get here? How did we get to this point where a 12-year-old has the mind to kill another for money? I don't think such kind of thoughts ever crossed my mind, ever. As a child growing up, I don't think it ever crossed the mind of anyone I know while we were growing up, because there was nothing to boost such kind of thoughts. There was nothing to promote such kind of thoughts. But in this day and age, and don't even get me started on social media. Social media came with a lot of advantages, but we cannot excuse the disadvantages of social media. I mean, it's just sick to see a 12-year-old so engrossed in the love for money that you feel like you have to kill the next person for it. Like, how exactly did we get to this point? How exactly did we get to this point where teenagers feel it is okay to take the life of another teenager because of money? How did it get to this point where money is now placed above values? Money is now placed above hard work. Money is now placed above integrity. I totally agree that the media has a lot to do with this. Talk about TV, talk about social media, talk about the music we listen to. Like back then, when you watch TV and you watch music, they are telling you about what's happening in the society. And the lyrics are, at least to a very large extent, very good. They are very informative. For example, take this particular song, Lead Us Well, Governors. Most of the songs from back in the day are still way more relevant in this day and age than songs that were released last year, 2 years, 3 years ago. Why? Because those songs were written with so much thoughts, depth, information, truth, like just name it. Right now, you can't watch a music video without seeing kissing, without seeing sexual content, without seeing ladies shaking bum bum, whining waist on pole. You get? And we are complaining that the world is what it is today. We are complaining that the new generation are the way they are today. Obviously, it is what they are saying that they are taking and they are using. It was what we saw, what we were fed with, that we used. I mean, a lot of us grew up with little to no information about a lot of stuff, and so we didn't grow up with corrupt mind. But right now, from the age of 12, you're already exposed to a lot. What am I saying? From the age of 5, 6, you're already exposed to sexual content. You're already exposed to a lot of stuff. This is one reason why it is very, very important for parents themselves to sit their children down and have conversations with them. With the events of things that have been happening, it's binding on parents, current parents, future parents, to actually just put in more work. Basically, you can't raise your kids the way you were raised in this day and age. You always have to like build that connection with them, build that trust with them, get them to stay closer to you. I mean, we grew up in that whole era of parents not being able to talk to us about things like sex. It was like abomination and all of that, and it was cool, it was okay then, because to be honest, there were not a lot of things propagating it. That one, it had its own disadvantage because a lot of us had to learn things by ourselves and all that, but that's by the way. But in this day and age, you cannot raise your child without by yourself telling them about certain topics, because if you don't teach them, the world is ready to teach them what you don't want to teach them. Your child has to literally make you their best friend. They have to be comfortable telling you about stuff. See, no topic should be too hard for you to talk to your children about in this day and age. Talk to them about financial stuff. You can't be raising a kid and you're scared to talk to them about issues like sex. You can't be raising a kid in this day and age and you're scared to talk to them about financial literacy. You can't be raising a child in this day and age and you're scared to talk to them about hard work, perseverance, dedication, determination. You can't be raising a child in this day and age and they are far from you. There's that bridge. You have to bridge the gap, because trust me, what you don't teach them, the world is ready to teach them, and you might not like what the world is going to tell them. So it's best for you to teach them, let them know these things, let it come from your mouth, because trust me, the media is not helping. I fear for the current generation and the new generation to come, because things have literally just gone sideways. A lot of things have just gone bad, and the sad thing is, it's going to keep getting bad. All we can just try to do is double up on parenting, double up on being a big sister, a big brother to that next person around you. Like, it's time for us to start having those difficult conversations, because it's insane the kind of things you read on the news these days. It's insane the kind of lengths teenagers are willing to go just to get money. And yes, I was talking about social media. A huge part of this is from influencers, actors, actresses. You get, like, those days, to see an actor's or an actress lifestyle, you have to literally maybe watch TV, read news, and read magazines and all of that. But today, from your phone, everything about their life you can literally see and read it, which is not necessarily that much of a bad thing. But my own issue is the narrative we are putting out there. I mean, how can you tell me you start acting today and then in the next 2 months you already have a house? How? The narrative we are selling to the world today on these social media platforms and other media platforms is what is making teenagers feel like there should be shortcuts to success and they should go that route if they want to make money. I mean, music to these days, you hear a lot of make the money, get the bag, secure the bag, and all of that. A lot of motivational quotes are just emphasizing how money, you need to make money, poverty is bad, and all of that. Which, yeah, poverty is not what anyone should wish for. But at the end of the day, you need to change the narrative. We need to take control of the narrative if we really want a change in the way the new generation are going. Like, you can't be selling that own narrative of just money, money, money. Let us see the work you put into it. Let us see the dedication. If you're going to show us that you have a house, let's see what you did to get there. And that's one reason why I would always recommend taking pictures, making videos, showing your process, documenting your process. Why? These are the kind of things we should be putting out there. Yes, share your success story. It's meant to motivate and inspire the next person to dream and want to be successful. But while you are sharing your success story, make sure you're also adding what it took to get there. And please, if you did Yahoo Plus or anything like that, fraud, whatever it is, rituals and all of that, just get out. Leave this place. Like, get out. Literally, get out. But if you know it took you hard work, it took you consistency, it took you dedication to get to where you are, why not share the narrative so the upcoming generation and the current generation can know that overnight success is not the way, so they can know that shortcut to life will only cut their life short. And please, let's reduce all the old hype on yes, you have to make money, because that's what these teenagers are seeing and that's what they're capitalizing on. My first phone should be like probably Multilens or Visa phone. I think it was Visa. My first phone was Visa phone. This day, a child who wants to start using phone is starting with an Android phone. They have literally access to the internet immediately they start using a phone. So the lives of their faves, they can easily access it. They can easily see their faves' successes and all of that, achievements and all of that. But let's start taking control of the narrative and let's start changing the narrative. Let's start having those difficult but important and necessary conversations. Moving on to the next subject matter I want to talk about, it's friendship. Now, what I want to just say on this particular topic is, as you climb the ladder of success and you make it in life, the best thing you can do for yourself is to lift others along with you, carry others along with you. If you learn how to fish, the best thing you can do is teach others how to fish and not just give them fishes. Let me tell you why. Only you cannot do convoy. Yes, only you cannot spray yourself on your big day. So yes, if you really want to feel successful, true success actually lies in the people that can actually look at you and say that yes, because of you, I've gotten to this point in life. Because of you, I succeeded. Those are the people that can do convoy for you. So you see business opportunities and you know a particular friend that is very, very good, but you don't recommend them. You're trying to block them. Why? Why are you an enemy of progress? You need to change. It's 2022. You need to learn to look out for people and support people genuinely. That old women supporting women should not just be an hashtag. People supporting people, basically. It should be what you are practicing. If you're going to call someone your friend, they have to be people you're looking out for. They have to be people that are growing along with you. Alright, so let me also add this. The fact that I'm saying, people should recommend you for opportunities and all of that doesn't mean you have to feel entitled. And please, I'm saying people should recommend you. They will not recommend if you're not improving yourself. I mean, you can't be a makeup artist and when you do makeup for people, they're looking like masquerades. You can't be a designer and then we see your design and then we are wondering, kilo nshele gogon. You can't be a caterer and then we are eating your food and you want to vomit. Do you get? Like, if you want people to recommend you for opportunities, if you want people to mention your names in places that matter, then you need to work on your craft. Constantly try to be better than you were yesterday. Your only competition should be you, not you versus anybody else. That's the only way people can be motivated and inspired to recommend you. There are a lot of people who want to recommend you, but by the time they think about it, you're gonna use your own to spoil my own. Because if I recommend you now, this person knows you came through me. If you're not gonna do rubbish for them, obviously it's going to spoil my name. I would also bear the heat because this person is going to think twice before taking my words seriously. So before people recommend it, you're obviously going to think of how it is going to affect them in the long run. So you need to work on yourself. The next thing I want to talk about is pretty people privileges. This one, I'm just going to talk about it as more of a question. I want to know you guys' thoughts and opinion on this. Do you guys think there's such a thing as pretty people privileges? Like the fact that your fine means you get a job, some nominations, you get some benefits would come to you because of your fine face? Let me know in the comment section, is there such a thing as pretty people privileges? I think there is. What do you guys think? So one other thing I want to talk about is the way brands jackpot once you mess up. I don't know why it actually just came to my head. I did told you guys that this episode would have cruise with it, and this was something that just came to my head randomly. Like I thought about some celebrities, some influencers that messed up one way or the other, and literally immediately the news broke out. Brands that were working with them started withdrawing their contract, collaborations and all of that. I mean, there's consequences for everything, but what do you guys think? I mean, this person has worked with you for years. Is one mistake really enough for you to just pretty much tarnish the contract, withdraw the contract from the person? What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts and your opinion in the comment section. Alright, so that's all I have for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. But before I go, I already said I was going to do shout out. So I decided to do shout out at the end of every episode, at least to 1, 2, 3 people. So today I'm really just going to give one shout out, and that's to Bolanle. So Bolanle's shout out was supposed to also go with the last episode. You guys remember that I had to record the last episode twice. So the first time I recorded it, I mentioned her name, but I lost the audio. You guys know that already. And by the second time, I realized I did not mention her name. Yes, the shout out for today goes to Bolanle, aka Gold, CEO Gold Empire. Because yes, that business is going to be way bigger than you think, baby girl. She's one of the most hardworking people I know. Oh my Jesus. Bolanle is actually really hardworking, very smart. She carries literally her business on her head, and the businesses of people who are close to her on her head. Like if Bolanle loves you, she's going to go all out for you, and she's going to literally scream your name so the world knows. She's one of the consistent, dedicated entrepreneur I know. So when I saw her post yesterday about giving up, I knew sis has probably gotten to like that breaking point where everybody gets to every now and then. Entrepreneurship is not easy. So baby girl, you're doing so great. Never ever think of giving up, because trust me, you're doing amazing. Your determination is inspiring. Gold signature is going far, it's going places way beyond what you think. Girl, keep going at it. Whenever that thought to give up comes up, just remember that I said this for every other person. You're like one of the most strongest business lady I know, and I cannot wait for you to build your empire. I can't wait for you to, because I'm gonna enjoy tight from it. So yes, I cannot wait for it. Yes, Bolanle, let me just put this out there. You're already my purple sneakers. I'm gonna get me my purple sneakers, and this time I'm going to pay for it. Yes, I'm telling you my food chest. Because when I wanted to pay for it, you did not give me the sneakers. You did not allow me to pay. So this time around, you're already purple sneakers, and I'm not going to pay for it. Thanks and God bless. I'll be waiting for it. Alright, so that's all for today's shout out. I'm going to keep doing more shout outs every episode, probably 1 or 2 people. And with time, I'm going to make a shout out about basically people who are part of the J family, not just my friends and people I know. Basically, once you join the family, it's just going to be like a way of me appreciating you for being part of the family. So keep celebrating people, keep telling people you love them, everything we said last episode. I hope you're still doing it. Make sure you continue, make sure you don't stop. And I want to know your 2 cents, your thoughts and your opinions on everything we discussed today in the comment section. I'll be there checking out for it. And don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, follow us on our Instagram platform at The Intentional Flow Podcast. If you have any questions, you have any topic suggestions and the likes, just send them by DM, or you can send your concerns. If you have questions you want me to answer, you want me to keep you anonymous, just send them. You can send them by email at theintentionalflowpodcast@gmail.com. We're going to talk about it. Or you can send personal emails to me at justayetunde on Instagram, or justayetunde@gmail.com, whichever one works for you. Alright, so that's all I have for you guys in this episode. I'll see you guys in the next one. I really hope this thing has been recording. Okay, it has been recording, but I really hope there's sound, because I would hate to refilm this episode. This episode had a lot of gems in it. What do you guys think? Alright, so I'll see you guys in the next episode. Wow, episode 4 done and dusted. On to the next. Peace, love, happiness, and all the good things you wish yourself.